I find this video to be a little bit fitting because the first generation of the JBL Wave Buds, I did shoot the unboxing experience on the beach itself, and I'm back here with the Wave Buds 2, and it's definitely been a long time. I think maybe a year and a half or 2 years, but here I am with the second generation, and I have been spending a few months with this, and I have to say that I have enjoyed it. And I just had to do the review here. It just felt like I had a calling. So anyway, without further ado, thank you to the folk at JBL India for making this review possible by sending me this demo unit. All thoughts and opinions are my own, as always. And of course, jumping into what you get in the box, you get pretty much the standard stuff that you'd expect. You get the earbuds in the case, you get a charging cable, and you get the literature, along with large, medium and small ear tips with mediums already on the earphones. Now the overall build quality, I think, is pretty much standard compared to the previous generation. It does have a nice matte finish to it, like it did with the previous gen. It's held up pretty well. In fact, even with the previous generation, I did hand over that to a friend of mine, and he's been using it ever since. He has been enjoying the first gen, and I have to say that the second gen finish also does definitely add up. I mean, it's definitely the way to go. I don't like glossy finishes for this reason, because matte lasts much longer and much better, of course. And then of course, this is the bud style design that you will see with these earphones. Some people do prefer it, some people don't, if you don't like it. So you can of course get the Wave Beam design, which is the stem style, which I did review. I will leave that link down in the description in case you do want to watch that. Of course, it is, I'd say, for the person who likes a stem style design. And of course, slightly different sound. Some people do think that these two earphones sound the same, but I do beg to differ. Moving on to the features, when it does come to the features, of course, well, it's pretty loaded for a set of earphones that are in this price range. I'd say it's got everything you need, really. The one thing I did miss with the previous generation was the fact that it didn't have active noise cancelling. Having said that, though, they did passively isolate pretty well. So this also does do a good job with passive isolation, but its ANC is pretty good. So I'll go to the ANC in a second, but when it comes to the app, you do get a few features in it that I do like. Of course, you do get the EQ mode that I like to play around with. I do have certain custom tunings that I do myself that I think a lot of people don't follow that method. But if you do want to follow that method, I will leave that link down in the description below as well, so you can figure it out. I mean, watch that video and see how you want to tune your earphones to find the sound that you are looking for in particular. Don't copy anyone else's, because your ears are your ears. I mean, you will find different sounds that suit you better than they will anybody else. But moving on back to the app, you also do get voice aware, I think, which is a standout feature. JBL is, I think, the only brand that's been doing this. Voice aware, I think, is a pretty cool feature, because there are people who don't like to, be isolated from hearing their own voice when they're taking calls. This sort of plays back your voice, and JBL, I think, is the only brand that is doing it, which is pretty cool. And the other thing that I really like that they've got, which I didn't think that they would have included, because it's something that I saw on their really premium products. This was the relax sound feature. So if you go into one of the latter parts of the, I think, the other section of the app, you will get the option of relax sound. So this plays back sounds like calming waves in the background, or a fireplace, or a forest. So you can hear these calming sounds. If you don't want to listen to music at the end of the day to wind down, this is the way to do it. You can of course jump into that and play those. So you set a timer, and it's a great way to unwind, of course. Moving on to the active noise cancelling, well, I think it's definitely a very good setup. It's definitely very well executed. In fact, the previous generation had one microphone per earphone. Now it has two microphones per earphone in this series, along with the Wave Beam. These do a very good job. In fact, I did find the first generation to do very well when it came to its passive isolation. Whoa, just got hit with a little bit of water. But yeah, it did a good job with the passive isolation. This, on the other hand, does do a good job with the passive isolation, but it also does a very good job with the active noise cancellation as well. So if you are planning on picking up something that's going to isolate a lot of noise around you, whether it's fan motors, AC motors, traffic, wherever you are, I think these will do a pretty good job. In this setting, where it's as noisy as it is with waves, it does a good job, but the crashing of the waves, the higher frequencies do bleed in over here. Now this is particularly loud when you're right close to the waves, but when you're further away, it's not too bad. So I mean, I'd say in a normal setting, when it comes to being at office or being at home, it does a pretty good job over there. So when it comes to the ANC, it does have those microphones, and those same microphones also do contribute towards helping you with environmental noise cancelling, which is great for phone calls. So if you are planning on taking any phone calls, it is going to help isolate your voice over all the noise around you. So This is not something I was planning on doing because I'm at the sea and not the usual busy street where I do all of my call tests at. But here's a quick demo to show you how it'll perform in this kind of environment where there is this much noise. So I'm not calling you from the usual busy street I do all my call tests from. I'm calling you from here. Well, sunny beach, Goa at the moment, and these earphones are going to be battling waves today. This is kind of a cool way to check and see if the ANC does function well enough in this kind of environment, of course. So I hope my phone's camera is picking up my voice right now because it is pretty loud over here. So I have been on the phone camera all this time, and I will switch over to the Wave Buds 2 microphone right about now. So the overall vocal tonality you're hearing right now is from these earphones, of course. And before I carry on, a big thank you to my wife who's playing a human tripod right now because I didn't carry my tripod with me. But thanks to Dion for doing this. I think a year and a half later, she is with me here shooting this review like she was the first one. And yeah, this is the overall vocal tonality you can expect from this. But I will show you what else it can do. Now, when it comes to its overall call stuff, I like to toggle between the ANC modes just to show you and see if there's a shift in the audio. So you'd be the best judge to see that. Right now, I am on the ANC mode, of course, and I will switch over to the ambient aware now. She says ambient aware, and I can hear everything bleeding in. So I'm fully aware of the noise and sounds around me. And now when you want to talk through, this will not function. This feature is temporarily disabled because an audio call is ongoing, as it says. So I will switch over back to ANC mode. You're the best judge to see if there has been a shift in the audio, of course. And another cool thing that's cool about this is I've only seen JBL do this, which is something I've mentioned in the review, is voice aware. So when you switch this on, so right now it's kind of switched off ANC and I can hear my voice feeding back to me. A lot of people do like this feature because they don't like to not hear their voices or only hear their voices through the vibrations in their skeleton or head. So this is a cool way to do that. So right now it is on mid. You can move it to low, so it's a little more suppressed, and high bleeds in that much more of your voice. So of course I can hear a lot of the noise around me as well because those mid tones are feeding in, of course. So it's very cool that JBL has done something like this as well. So anyway, this is your quick demo for the JBL Wave Buds 2, and I do hope that it's given you a better understanding for these earphones, and I'll see you in the chapter about sound. Moving on to the sound of these earphones, well, I have spoken to the guys at JBL and they don't seem to agree with me, but I strongly feel that there is a definite slight difference between the way these sound and the stem variant sounds, because they do have different housings, they do have different constructs. Yeah, they might have the same internals, but at least a little bit of A/B testing that I've done with these, I've found that this seems to have a little more depth in it. There's a little more oomph for some reason. I remember feeling the same thing with the previous gen set of earphones as well. It could be the construct. Now this is coming from a person who's very particular about details and nuance. So I really focus in on the little details of a whole bunch of earphones. Now considering these cost as much as they do, if you're here watching this review, are you that interested in that much detail when it comes to these kind of earphones? Maybe not. But if you are somebody who's looking for something that where you want a little more sort of kick in the bass, if you want a little more volume, by volume I mean size in the bass, this is a great set of earphones to pick up. Now the thing is, this does a very good job of detail, it does a very good job imaging. Soundstage is similar to most earphones in this price range. It definitely does a very good job with this overall presentation. It is definitely enjoyable. JBL has definitely followed some sort of Harman curve for this. And the thing is, it has a very well-tuned high frequency. A lot of brands that are tuning earphones these days are going mad with the high frequencies where they're a little too shrill. These, in fact, just before shooting this review, I said, let me give it a listen at even higher volumes to check this. But even at higher volumes, the higher frequency just did not cut through my ears with a few different tracks that I threw at it. So I've been listening to this over some time, using it casually, in fact, over the last few months, and kind of putting this review off because I've not had the time to do it. But it is definitely a very enjoyable set of earphones to listen to across the spectrum. Now the thing is, I did mention that if you do want to tune these in a certain way, you can. I have made a video as to how to tune your earphones, that too with the JBL Headphones app. If you do want to really customize it and tune the earphones the way you want to tune them to find your favorite kind of sound, I will leave that link down in the description below. You just need to follow the way, or should I say the approach of doing it. Don't look for other people's opinions or presets, because other people's ears are definitely not your ears. Your ears are going to sound, I mean, you're going to hear things very differently compared to other people, including me. So, I mean, check that video out if you do want to, you know, figure out how you can best listen to your earphones. It could be these or any other earphones out there, of course. So anyway, that's my overall take on the JBL Wave Buds 2. I think it's a terrific evolution over the previous generation of earphones. JBL has definitely put in a lot of effort into fine-tuning the things that were missing in the last generation. And it's not just a cosmetic upgrade. They have made things different cosmetically, yes, but they've not really gone in the wrong direction. I'd say they've definitely gone in the right direction. And one thing I did forget to mention about the build, having that open style case makes you wonder if it's going to be a dust cup. That was my concern with the first generation. In fact, I've had that set of earphones for over 2 years. In fact, I bought that when I was still very fresh into YouTube, and that set is still going strong. A friend of mine, in fact, has taken it on. He's been using it, and he called me the other day. I thought with bad news, because he said that set of earphones was in a washing machine for a full wash, for a full cycle, but somehow it still works. Now, this could be the one-off chance, but these do have IP ratings. They can survive certain amounts of water and dust resistance. So it's great, good for him that it's still working. But I do expect this to do well as well. Now, despite not having a lid, that set of earphones is still working, and that's the first gen. So I do presume that this is also going to do pretty well when it comes to, you know, outlasting, or should I say, going well beyond the 1 year mark when it comes to its overall performance. Anyway, I would recommend these, and if you are interested in buying this, last I checked, it is going for about 3,499 rupees, and also I've seen it in some places at 3,999 rupees as well. So I will leave the links down below. If you do want to buy this, I mean, go for it. It's a lovely set. If you do like JBL stuff and you would like to pick these up, I'd say it's a no-brainer, especially if you want to upgrade for the previous gen. The previous gen and this, it's not night and day difference, because the previous was also nice sounding, but it's definitely an evolution. It is an up on the previous gen. So of course, that's my review on these JBL earphones, and I do hope that I've helped you make some sort of purchase decision. And of course, if you would like to support the channel, I'm sure you know exactly how to. But of course, thank you for tuning in for some sound advice.